So um, I'm building a sprinkler. I got this idea from my dad. He built one, and I need one for the backside of my yard where I don't have the auto sprinkler. So um, this is the idea I came up with. I don't know if you can kind of see what I'm doing here. I'm going to build a tripod, and this is the sprinkler portion of my tripod. It's just 1/2 inch galvanized steel. Um, and I built the top portion of it and the bottom portion for where I'm going to mount the tripod with these 1/2 inch flush mount floor adapters. And what I did in order to make it work how I wanted to, I just welded them together, welded the seams, and then I welded the holes, screw holes, because they are open and exposed to where the water would be entering into this thing. So a guy, I suppose, could use these holes as the mount position for the tripod. It wouldn't be a tripod, it'd be a quad pod. But I decided to just weld them in, and then I'm going to weld the actual tripod legs to the bottom side of this. And then here's what I did on the bottom portion for the inlet. And I have an adapter. Hold on one second, folks. This is fantastic. So I got this adapter that will fit on the end, and then it will allow me to hook a hose to it, but I'm not going to do that. I bought these really nice stainless steel quick connects for the hose. So now I can put the quick connect on the bottom of my sprinkler, and then I can quick connect the hose to it. Make it convenient, and then I'm just going to leave this open so it can drain. I don't have to worry about any issues in the wintertime with anything freezing and breaking. It'll just drain when it's unplugged. And I also got a timer, so I can set it and forget it in the backyard, because half my backyard doesn't have in-ground sprinklers, and this is about the time of the year where it starts to turn brown and die, and it's terrible to walk on. So yeah, so that's the water pipe portion. And then I will be back with you guys in a minute when we get the other legs figured out, that design, and I'll show you what we're going to do there. All right, we're getting her done. Oh, lighting's kind of crappy, so I'll try and get a different angle. Yeah, so I'm gonna 3-leg it. Used a little math, a little a squared, b squared, c squared, to figure out my lengths of my legs. So I'm not a math person, so that was a pretty impressive thing for me to accomplish that. So now I am going to get my distances equal between all three. I'm going to tack the top in, and then make some cross braces, and then finish weld it, and then paint her. So one thing I did have to do is on the sprinkler head inside here, the bottom half of it was coming into contact with the pipe, and it wasn't allowing it to pivot freely when I had it all tightened down. So I took this off, took it over to the sander, and belt sanded that end down to give me the clearance I needed so that I could have this tight and still have full rotational movement without any interference. And yeah, so I know I was looking online and I could have bought a tripod with a sprinkler head on it. That was adjustable legs made out of aluminum. It was like $50. And I'm into this right now about 110 bucks. Including that's including the $40 auto timer for the thing. So really I'm into it material wise. $80, 75, 80 bucks by the time it's all said and done. But this thing will last forever. So all of my water connections where the water is actually running through this thing is all galvanized. Brass Rainbird, that's replaceable and removable. And then my legs are going to be just mild steel painted and all that goodness. So it may not be adjustable just because I'm not making it adjustable. I just want it sturdy. But this thing will last a lifetime. So it's worth it for me to spend a little bit of money and make it myself than to buy a cheap $50 aluminum one that is probably going to break in a couple years and isn't going to last. So where she be? Never mind my dirty garage. That right there, Ellis saw I got an auction. Kind of rebuilt that, and it's been fantastic. So, and peep the old Mustang right there. Yeah, boy. I'll show you something real quick. The car's unlocked. Whoa, what's that? What? Ooh, yeah, so we'll get back to that. Laters. Machine. So I got her painted and clear coated, sitting outside just letting her, man, she's almost dry. Holy cow. Flip her around for a little more sun action. No, not completely. Oops. I'll have to fix that. Yeah, buddy, it's working.